Hi, thanks for tuning in today to my channel. My name is Ogechi Aguma. Welcome to Shares and Investment Lifestyle. So today I'd like to speak to you about a particular subject that has been on my mind for a bit now. And this is about, well, one, gaining wealth, but then how do you sustain this wealth? So I've been thinking about it for a while now, and I was like, what's the best method or the best way? Because you have to go back into the psychology of man and your belief system for you to be able to sustain any sort of methodology in growing anything at all. So I then was thinking about it and I said, what is it that would have to affect my belief system for me to know that I can gain wealth and I can sustain wealth? So I was thinking about it and then the penny dropped. And it was think like a farmer. So that puzzled me a bit. Think like a farmer. What does that mean to think like a farmer? And I said, okay, let me get into the mind of a farmer. Let me explore this a bit now and see what sort of principles I can get out of it. And I said, if I'm a farmer, okay, but then I want to become a wealthy farmer, what do I have to do? So I consider the current situation we're in now where we have cash printed. But I said, okay, let me strip this back. If you walk with me here, let's strip this back to the time when we did not have cash. So imagine that at the end of the month, you work for your employer and you're being paid a basket of fruits. And in this basket, you have mangoes, oranges, pear, apple in it as your salary after working for that month. So if you take this basket of fruit home, what would you do if you wanted to become a wealthy farmer? Or if you were thinking like a farmer? So would you call your friends over, family over, and wipe it all off? Have a nice party. Wow, lots of fruits came in today, and that's it all gone, waiting for the next basket of fruits. Would that be the approach if you want to become a wealthy farmer? That way just simply says that you keep depending on this basket of fruits to come from your employer every single month. So I thought about it and I said, okay, how would one then optimize this basket of fruits that I get every month to become a wealthy farmer? How is that possible? So if I'm thinking like a farmer, how would this be done? So I said, okay, then if I have a piece of land in my back garden, I could start off there. So I take a piece of the fruit, a section of the fruit, so I could keep some for the family to eat, depending how large my family is. That would be enough to sustain and keep the family going. And then the rest of it, I plant it in the ground. And of course, it will grow. And then it hit me again that in every seed are more seeds. And in every fruit are more fruits. So for every mango there are more mangoes. And then the cycle repeats itself, just by nature. So I said, okay, plant the mangoes. So let's say I had a few mangoes. I planted them now and they've grown. Now I have a whole lot of mangoes over time. So it does tell me that it does take time for things to grow. And then harvest these mangoes. And what do I do now to grow my wealth as a farmer? Of course, I need land. So I look for maybe my neighbors that like mangoes and I offer them mangoes for land. And if they are wise enough, or what should I say, if they, you play the game and say, okay, you want mangoes, here you go, mangoes. And then I get the land. With the land, I plant more mangoes. Buy as many land as possible and plant these mangoes. And I'm using mango, just one of the fruits here. And of course, in a 5-year term, in a 10-year term, I would definitely have more mangoes for sure. And if I repeat this cycle, basically spend less or eat less of these mangoes, celebrate less of it with my family, and buy more lands with the mangoes I've made and plant over time, I think I'm going to be a wealthy farmer. Especially if I get this basket of fruits again every month, including the investments I'm making on the side now, which is with my fruits that I'm making, planting the seeds. So what that tells me then as a farmer is that you do not give your seeds away. Now, if you really think about it, where at the end of the month, now let's come into current time now, you make your money is now in paper form because man has modernized it. paper form, stamp, inks on them based on the country you're in. That now called a note. That note is your cash. So you can realize that. You realize that now it's so easy. You walk into the garage after being paid your salary, which is a mistake a lot of people make. Walk into the garage to buy a brand new car and you pull out this salary you've just been paid and splash it. Just think about what you're doing. You're really actually just throwing away your seeds. And if you then think about it, you go for your watch, expenses, you go for credit cards, bills start to mount up because you're depending on your employer giving you this basket of fruits back in time again, which you are just throwing away, basically. Nothing is coming back to you in this case because you're giving them all away. You're not even retaining the seeds. They are gone. If you really think about it, that's exactly what's going on today with cash. So we've been confused with paper over the real value of what money really is. Okay, so if we go back again in time, you then realize that the best thing to do is keep sowing the seeds. And then from these fruits you make, after the harvest, you can give some of that away. So if you have friends, family, relatives coming to meet you and say, look, we need money, ask them to be patient. Let them give you time for your wealth to grow, for your farm to grow. When that grows, you will have enough to give not just your immediate family, but extended family as well. But it needs time to grow. So the only way you can grow your wealth is to really, really think like a farmer. If you think like a farmer, even when you do plant in the ground, sometimes you sow, sometimes it does take time for it to grow. Sometimes you get insects attack and that particular crop or fruit may not grow as planned. But then if you persist with time, it will grow. So then this gives you the idea that now if you fast forward again to today's terms, what would you do with your money? Okay, you have, say, £1,000, £1,500 at the end of the month as your salary. Keep what you can with the family to sustain, and then the rest of it you invest it in a tax efficient way. And that is in this case we do. If you're living in the UK, you have your stocks and shares ISA account, you have your lifetime account. You also do have, best of them all, junior ISA for the younger ones who are coming up. Invest in all these areas. Insert your cash into your stocks and shares ISA. For an adult, you have £20,000. For your junior ISA is £9,000 a year. Invest in that, and if you buy stocks with this money, imagine if you had bought Apple 2 years, 3 years ago. Imagine if you had bought Microsoft 2, 3 years ago. If you had bought even Tesla 3 years, 4 years ago, you would have been doubling every energy, every capital you put in there today. You would have been doubling it. So you would have doubled any capital you invested in those companies today. Now that's a way of growing your wealth. When you harvest this, you reinvest again and you continue the cycle. And that way you would grow. So I thought about it and I said, yes, truly this is a belief system that you need to imbibe in yourself, and which is think like a farmer. Think like a farmer. It's not always going to be rosy. You have ups and downs, of course. And if you think like a farmer, you know that it's exactly the same thing. Ups and downs in the system, there are ups and downs in the markets, there are ups and downs all the time. But if you're persistent, you will grow. If you're persistent, your wealth will increase. Okay, I just thought to share this with you. I hope it's been beneficial, and I hope that you would learn this lesson as a farmer. Remember, the salary that you get from work are not fruits, they're seeds. And no one in their right mind gives away their seeds. You only give away their fruit. So invest the money, invest the fruit, plant it. When it grows, you then have fruits which you can now give. And that means you have more fruits to even invest and repeat the cycle. Okay then, I hope this has been rewarding, and I hope this has been an insightful talk with yourself. So please think about it, expand it even more, drop some comments below. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button on my channel. That will help me a lot, encourage me a lot to make more videos. All right then, do take care, and I'll see you in the next video.